Welcome to another episode of Oh My God, More Bad News. I'm your host, Kristen, and I figure you clicked on this because you've either been scammed before or you just realized how many fake gurus exist out there in wannabe credit land. Look, all joking aside, this video is about how to spot bad dispute advice or direction, and I highly suggest you follow it until the end so you don't end up like one of the hundreds of consumers I've spoken with over the years who've fallen into these traps. Now, if you're getting tired of hearing about the scams that you should avoid, the ploys of the bureaus, creditors, and collectors, and what you should do to save yourself, then good. It means you're listening. It's the day that you roll over and accept it that should scare you, and I'm here to help you fight. Fight the scams, fight the bureaus, fight the creditors, fight the collectors. Now, you can find links to the other videos in the description for more info on the 7 questions you should ask a credit repair company, obviously before hiring them, as well as what your credit repair company isn't telling you. Now, that's an old one. Now, what about the bad advice that's thrown at you every day? Here on YouTube, on the radio, on TV, and even by the people that you know. That's what we're talking about today, and watching this video until the end will most definitely save you time, money, resources, and most importantly, your life, right? You can make back your money. You can buy or obtain new resources, but the one thing that hasn't been created yet is a time machine, as far as I know. And that's why it's so precious. We can't get it back. Now, pausing here, for those of you who don't know me, I am Kristen, and I teach consumers how to fix their credit, as well as offer a done-for-you credit sweep service. Now, you can check out the description for the links to access awesome free content, and for the link to schedule a call for a credit sweep, if you'd like to see if it would be a good fit. While you're there, of course, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any tips, tricks, secrets, or tutorials. Now, you also have to hit the bell for notifications so that it actually shows up in your feed. All right, let's get down to business. Why don't we play a little game called Have You Ever? Have you ever heard of that 30-day credit sweep that's guaranteed to delete all your negative accounts? What about the 14-day one? Or maybe you've heard of the we turn no one away, doesn't matter how bad your credit is or what you have program? Dude, not to be a Debbie Downer, but dude, if those really existed and they really worked, why is it that you didn't find out about it until you watched some little-known hack video that led you to a dude that you've never heard of, or a chick, who wanted you to pay them via Western Union or MoneyPack? If it were that legit, you wouldn't be watching a video about it or find it on social media. No siree. Nope. Let me ask you this. What's the one thing that's missing when you go to the dealership with a 500 credit score where they run your credit 100 times just to tell you that you're crap out of luck or need a cosigner? I'll tell you what it is. It's sending you to Bob, the credit dude down the hall, who will take care of your bad credit while you get the paperwork started for your car. What about the financial industry as a whole? What's it based on? Commission, right? So when you're shopping for that house that your bank can't afford or that you're not credit qualified for, wouldn't it make sense that your loan officer or realtor would have an in-house credit rep to work on your file to guarantee their commission? That way, they'd be able to get your loan started so that you close on the house at the exact time your charge-offs fall off. Both of those sound like ridiculous scenarios, right? Yes or yes? So when you're seeing these overnight deals with astronomical results that guarantee freedom that you never came close to achieving before your whole life, my best advice is to steer clear. Actually, hightail it out of there as fast as you can. And this brings me to a list of bad advice to be looking for. Or looking out for, should I say. Guarantees. No one can speak for the bureaus or creditors or collectors. The bureaus can't speak for the creditors' money, and no one can force the bureaus to remove or correct something. You'd think that if someone could just snap their fingers and write some magical letter, they'd probably charge more than a few $100s, right? It would be more like $5,000 to $10,000 because it's guaranteed to literally change your life. Just think about that for a second. What about the creditors? Look at it from their side. They'd more than likely stop lending, or at least not without first checking the centralized payment system that I told you about in my last video. Now, if you haven't seen it, it's called, in part, The Misconception, and you can find the link in the description for that too. Now, the only thing that's guaranteed is what you control, right? Just as the only thing that's guaranteed is what a company control. How many accounts they dispute on each letter, how many bureaus they do each round, whether it's templates, or factual disputes, or online disputes, or identity theft, or how often they dispute. You get the picture. Consider this for a moment. If there were a bad credit cure, don't you think that it would be made available to the United States Armed Forces first, right? Almost 15% of my clients are either active deployed, active, or veterans, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard the phrase, I'm on a satellite phone, so we may get disconnected. Now, look, before you go commenting about how the bureaus have 30 days to respond or they have to delete the accounts, consider this. There's no people involved. For the most part, it's an automated system without human intervention on both parts, and even if they don't send you a response, you can be damn sure that it says that they did in their system because it will be part of their workflow and runs for each letter received. And if you wouldn't tell your best friend that it's okay to screw up his or her credit because they can remove everything quickly and guaranteed and do it all over again, then why would you ever expect or believe that it exists and can be done? Now, this brings us to the next part to watch out for. Anyone that claims that they have an in at the bureaus. I highly doubt that someone's going to put their job on the line to be part of an illegal scheme to remove all your negative items just because you paid their buddy to do it. Like, I get that everyone wants to have a unique mechanism to make their service or product look better than everybody else's, and unfortunately, a lot of consumers fall for it. Oh, and we can't forget the handwritten letters, because those are totally worth the $1,000 that you pay per letter. Yep. Because the best tactic is to try to get a human who will do the same thing as a computer. Let's talk about tactics next. If someone's best tactic is to demand or escalate, then you already know they're using templates, and you can do that yourself for free using a simple Google search, even though you know that the letters should be unique, factual, and authentic, but that's a different video. Now, if a company says that they submit your disputes digitally, it means that they take 2 seconds of their day to dispute online, and you can do that for free with Credit Karma. And we're not even talking about the rights that you give up when you dispute online or why you shouldn't be doing that. If you're interested in this info, I offer a ton of videos on this topic. Now, what this really comes down to is learning to recognize whether tactics are being used or offered to benefit a company or the consumer. If a company wants to sell you a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, it's for company. If they take the time to find out if the program would be a good fit before offering services, it's for consumer. If you hear everything that you want to hear, for example, it's super fast, guaranteed, low payments, no risk, all reward, everything can be deleted, you don't have to pay back the things that are deleted, etc. It's for company. On that note, one of the biggest misconceptions is that when something is deleted, you do not have to pay it back. Yes, the debt still exists, and if within the statute of limitations for the state of origination, they can sue you for this debt. Now, to clarify, removing these accounts from your credit report means that when another creditor pulls your credit to see what type of borrower you are, they won't see that you failed to pay or pay on time to XYZ. And this means that your credit worthiness will be determined based on what they see at that time. right? So, while it's not exactly a get out of jail free card, it's most definitely a pass go that otherwise wouldn't have been there to begin with. Now, when you do this the right way, when you dispute using the right strategies, tactics, and methods, when you're patient and attack with the right process, when you don't fall for scams, get deletion quick schemes, when you put the work in and invest in getting your credit back, you win. Big time. What would you rather do? Wait the full 7 years to come off naturally? Do the wrong thing on a perpetual cycle for years on end? Or get it done the right way? Each of the 450 plus videos that I provide right here on YouTube for you provides tips, tricks, secrets, and tutorials so that you can learn how to remove your negative items for free. You can also access some awesome free content in the vault using the link in the description, as well as find the done for you service consultation link. Now, look, I hope this video clarified how to spot bad dispute tactics, advice, and direction. But if you need more info, click on one of the other videos that you see on your screen, and I will see you next time. Now, if you like this video, let me know by clicking on the like button, and stay safe. And of course, happy holidays. I'll see you guys later.